komen Wabi pasal kritikan balas Kit Siang tadi?
Well, to me, it's I'm stunned by his statement, because one, he said, okay, kesimpulan Kenyataan Kit Siang was you were racist as well.
Yeah.
So don't say anything about Namewee, something like that lah. I mean, is that right? In a nutshell?
Yeah.
In a nutshell. In a nutshell. So just take it at face value. If somebody was racist before, it's okay for somebody else to be racially offensive lah. I mean, that's in a nutshell what he said, which is absolutely stunning. I mean, what he's saying is that two wrongs makes a right.
But at the end, he did defend Namewee. He said,
Okay, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there. He's saying that you were racist before, so this guy can be racist. He's right. Yeah? Two wrongs makes a right situation. That's what Kit Siang's saying. It's crazy. First of all, I of course contend that I was racist. Okay, he referred to two statements that I made. One, are you from Penang?
yeah.
Okay. One was specifically about Malays in Penang. I said, you know, it was a remark directed to a government, not to Chinese people, to the government. I said, you know, there is an impression that Malays are marginalized from economic development in Penang, and there's empirical data to prove that. I was directing it to a BN state government, which also has Umno members in it. So I don't know what part of that was racist. Secondly, this very, very often misunderstood comment that I made at one Umno General Assembly in a speech about Indian news vendors, and somehow that was racist, because on that particular day, Deepavali, we had Umno General Assembly, and we couldn't get papers that day because the news vendors were on holiday. And somehow I was accused of blaming them for being on holiday on Deepavali. No, I was just saying, I was speaking on the economy. It was a motion on the economy. So I said, if I can remember correctly, the point I was trying to illustrate is that dasar ekonomi baru ni, antara dia punya matlamat, was to make sure that there's no ethnic identification with economic function. In a sense that time in the 70s, the private sector is Chinese, the police and the civil servants Malay, the state workers were Indian.
Yeah.
The whole point of the DEB was restructuring society so you have a better mix. So I said that we have failed in trying to restructure society in certain segments of the economy. For instance, a lot of newspaper vendors happen to be Indian. That's why we can't get papers today. If I told you, I mean, if I said it in that manner, do you think that's racist? I'm just saying that they happen to be Indian. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying screw them, man, you know, we can get our papers today. So obviously it was taken out of context. Suddenly, you know, KG is attacking the Indians for being on holiday and things like that. That's exactly what I said. So I contend that statement that, you know, you two were racist. Now coming back to his defense of Namewee, okay, he can say that just as you are defending your statements as being contextual and within a particular context, the sentence that you picked out of Namewee was also contextual. It could have meant something else. But I think if you ask 10 Malaysians what Namewee really meant when he said, "You tak baca, siapa yang buat Malaysia kaya?" It's not, as Kit Siang said, oh, he was saying that all Malaysians made Malaysians. That's absolutely ridiculous. There's an undertone to that whole video which is suggestive, and it takes somebody who's absolutely obtuse and absolutely, or just purposely politically wants to ignore that particular undertone, to ignore what he was trying to say. The implication was clear, because the implication is the principal was alleged to have said the Chinese should get lost and go back home. And Namewee said, hey, didn't you read Who Made This Country Rich? It's contextually attached to the original allegation, which is you know, the Chinese have contributed to the economic advancement of this country, which when he phrased it like that is of course offensive to Malays. Macam kita tak ada sumbangan langsung. That's what I'm trying to say. And you know, I mean, Kit Siang tried to Houdini himself out of this, but unfortunately, this time he's, you know, I think is very disingenuous. You look, I'm all for creativity. I think this legal action against this blogger, some Squadeng dude or whatever his name is, is absolutely ridiculous. There should be room for satire in Malaysian politics, and you cannot punish this guy for the collective gullibility of Malaysians who actually believe that TNB is going to sue the World Wildlife Fund. And that's the reason that they gave today, because a lot of people believe it. Just because many Malaysians are gullible doesn't mean you have to punish a satirist. But I think there should be also limits to creativity and arts. I mean, you know, I would draw the line at hate speech, at racial hatred, or something that instigates race hate. And I think Namewee was not just, you know, some people on Twitter said, you know, he's tasteless, he's rude, or he's not very talented, or he's bad choice of lyrics, bad rapper, at most chilupa. But some people say that actually he went a bit beyond. He didn't flirt with being racially offensive. He was way past the point of being racially offensive. So I think in particular cases, we need to draw the line and say that's gone too far.
Hello， 最近都在忙着做我专辑的事情啊，所以很久都没有空去写歌来屌人了。可是今天呢，我就看到一个报道，就是有人叫我们回中国的那个报道。
柔佛普莱国中校长因为公开侮辱华裔和印尼学生而掀起了轩然大波，没有想到这个风波还没有平息，接打是南某国中再传出了相同的事情。适逢斋戒月期间，有关国中的校长全面禁止华裔和印尼学生在校内进食，而且同样发表了华人应该回中国的言论。
就是看了就很热，有没有？那个心情越来越热，有没有？很想写歌，可是就是灵感还没有到，所以我现在需要一点灵感，我需要一点 kick， 给我一点 kick 啊 kick 来啊 kick 啊来 kick 啊对啊来灵感来了啊 come on yeah 啊灵感来了 yeah yeah 啊来啊对来了啊。这首歌我要写给所有种族歧视的人。Fuck racist, fuck you, yeah. Nah, Siti Insya, nah, Saks Banana, nah, KPM, nah, kurang ajar. Nah, Siti Insya, nah, Saks Banana, nah, KPM, nah, tiam-tiam. Ada satu orang cacat namanya Siti, tapi Siti Insya bukan Siti Nohariza. Dia suruh orang Cina semua balik Cina. Dia tolong promote kapal terbang. Asia, guru besar, you otak sudah rosak. You tak baca siapa buat Malaysia kaya. Oh, buku sejarah tak ada tulis lah, tapi ada internet mah, you tengok you pun saja. Siapa kasih dia jadi guru besar? Siapa ajar dia mulut macam lampau? Siapa cakap semua orang mesti puasa? KPM atau tourism Malaysia? Wah, pun ada kawan baik orang Melayu. Wah, suka minum sirap Bandung, tapi sekarang Wah mau cakap dengan you. Wah orang pendatang, you betul pengkongkam lah. Nah, Siti Insya, nah, Saks Banana, nah, KPM.